I'm here with Tim and Emmerik, and I want you to tell us a little bit about your role at AGU and what it is that you do.
Yeah, sure. Well, hi Heidi. Very nice to meet you and
Likewise.
to talk about what we do here at AGU this fall meeting. I'm actually currently an early career member of the AGU Council, next to my normal job as a scientist back home. I'm a hydrologist by training. I've been very active in the hydrology section here at AGU. But right now I try to organize basically the early career scientists and the students all together here at AGU through all kinds of capacity building initiatives, try to connect all the early career scientists and students and try to make sure that they learn the right skills to develop their careers as scientists in the future.
Can you give me a few examples of what those skills look like, or what sort of opportunities you've been engaging in here at AGU that early career scientists like myself could get engaged in?
Yeah, well, I really believe that the new scientist needs a whole palette of different skills. It's not only about writing your papers for the high impact journals, but it's also about science communications in very different forms. So communicating with different audiences, not only with your peers, however, of course, that's extremely important for your network and for building towards great science and great collaborative science. But there's more people out there. There's the general audience, there's a lot of stakeholders normally involved in your projects, etc. And the conventional ways of communicating our science normally don't work per se. And one of the things that we do here, for example, is show scientists that they can use, for example, poetry to communicate their science.
Really?
Yeah. Yesterday we had the Rhyme Your Research science poetry workshop.
Fun.
Yeah, where we sort of demonstrated how poetry can be used as an alternative way to communicate science. If you ask people to write a poem, that the first thing that they do is try to rhyme, which is fine.
I guess I'm like everyone else then.
Yeah, well, I always say if it rhymes, it's true. So that's my science poetry philosophy in a way.
Very cool. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And do you share those anywhere? Those poems here at AGU?
Yeah. Well, we are posting them right now on our Twitter feed.
Is there a hashtag associated with that at all?
Well, we just use the general AGU 18 hashtag.
Okay.
For this to reach as many people at AGU as possible.
So if you also want to hear about the latest science, but also see some poetry about that very same science, hashtag AGU 18.
Exactly.
Awesome.
I understand that you work a lot with stakeholders, right?
I do.
Can you maybe tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah. So I took advantage of many of the opportunities at AGU to build skills in communication when I was a PhD student, and even as an undergrad. I've been coming to AGU for more years than I'd like to admit. And slowly through doing my science, I really realized that the way that I would have an impact was through trying to figure out how it is to bring climate science to decision makers and end users, right? We produce an amazing amount of science here at AGU, right? I think it's something like 1,800 sessions and tens of thousands of oral presentations. And so I focus on climate. My background is in climate research, and now I really focus on delivering that climate information to the people we really want using it.
So is that also the messages that you sort of that you convey to your students and to the new generation, or to the science that you train to do better science communication?
Yeah, I think so much of it is just giving people a platform and giving them the confidence to start talking about why climate matters to them and how they feel it personally, and how that maps on to their job function, whether you're in the private sector, the public sector, or an early career scientist coming up through the ranks.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for the great conversation.
Thank you, Heidi.
And for all the work that you do.
Yeah, thank you. You too.
Thank you.
AGU TV has all the coverage you could want from this year's conference. Now make sure to explore all of our content, which is updated each and every day of the conference, to stay up to date with all the very latest AGU news.